Welcome to the lab with the average pool players.
Hey all, JB here with the Average Pool Players. Welcome to the channel. This is our first episode in our In the Lab series. In this series, we'll be taking you guys through just a little bit of what we do when we're training and practicing, so you can see what an average pool player does to try and get better than average. My skill level right now, I'm an APA 6. My Fargo is right around 463 right now. My personal goal for this year is to get over 500 by the end of the year. So that's what I'm working towards. I will be in Vegas on April 26th to start the 8-Ball Classic. So the goal is to live stream from there through this YouTube channel. We need some subscribers to be able to do that. YouTube requires 50 subscribers minimum to live stream. We're just getting started, so we haven't gotten there yet. So you can help us out by hitting that subscribe button down below. That would be a huge help. Otherwise, we will also be streaming on Facebook. So I will post our Facebook page in the description. Today I'm going to be working on some cue ball control drill. This is through Bullseye. If you're a fan of Bullseye Billiards and already a subscriber, this will be very familiar to you. I kind of stole the format from Jeremiah. Thank you, Jeremiah. I did ask permission. He gave me his blessing. So all that said, let's get going. So today I'm going to be doing some drills using the Bullseye training system. This training system is one of my favorite things that I use to try and get better at cue ball control. And I'll put a link to their stuff in the description. So this has several, you should be able to see my screen here, but this has several shots on it that you get to choose from. I'm going to do shot number 52 today. It's just a stun shot, try and get the cue ball to land right there on the Bullseye system. So on this one, it gives you an idea of how you want to hit the ball. It's saying hit it low and hit it medium. So the idea here is you're trying to get the cue ball to be sliding when it makes contact with the object ball and drift over into that bullseye pattern. So see how I do. I'm going to do the 20 attempt standard here. And we'll get going. You guys can just watch what I do here on this stuff. So hopefully the music in the background's not too loud. It's record store day on the day that I recorded this. I picked up quite a few new records. The one I got on now is Jurassic 5. It's a pretty good one. I also always recommend practicing with some music on. It's very rare that you're going to be in a playing situation where there's no music in the background. So to me, playing in silence isn't a great realistic practice scenario. So I always like to have something going on. Plus, I just like to listen to music. So, all right. So we're just trying to get this cue ball to land as close to the center of that target as we can, while we also make the object ball. And the speed is really going to vary depending on how much or how fast your cloth is and all that stuff. I hit that too hard and too low. I'm going to go ahead and mark on the app. So with this app, you just mark where that cue ball landed, roughly, right there. And it tracks all your statistics for you. It's actually really cool. I was heading the right direction. But again, you got to get the speed and the spin right on these. It's a great practice. Pocket the ball, so your aim has to be right, your spin has to be right, your speed has to be right. Super challenging, but I love it. All right, let's try it again. I'm going to go a little bit higher, a little closer to center with a little more power. That was better. Not quite there. So with this, you get 1 point for being in the green, 1 for the yellow, or 2 for the yellow, red, and 3 for the black. So obviously you're going for the black, but I'm happy getting on there at this point. we'll just kind of try the same thing, maybe a little more power. Too much power and too high. So you saw that one take off. That's because I wasn't sliding. I was actually hitting slightly above center on that one. So the cue ball had some forward rotation on it. So I'm going to go a little lower. Okay. I'm going to say that's on the green on the very edge there. Didn't give me the point, but that's okay. All right, let's try this again. Okay, again, too high on that one, or too hard also. Part of this too is you want, you have an entire pocket to work with here. So, you can go dead center, you can kind of cheat to the right, you can cheat to the left a little bit. The angle that you want to get, right? I want my tangent line to take me right here. So I kind of dead center pocket, maybe cheat a little bit to the left is what I need to do here if I get a good sliding cue ball. That was a good one. I like that one. Give myself a point here. All right. Let's see if we can replicate that, maybe a little less weight on it. Yeah, that was a little too full actually on that one. All right, we'll get this down eventually. These drills are all about repetition, making micro adjustments, and get that cue ball where you need it to go. Shoot this shot enough times, you see it in a game, you'll know what to do. Okay, the line was actually really nice on that. Just hit it hard. Too hard. Okay. Getting the line there. Now I just got to figure out the weight, the speed to put on this thing. That's a good one. I like that one a little better. Also, if you're going to run drills and you don't have any of these little donuts, these are just the protectors you put around like the 3-hole liners. These things work great. They don't interfere with your ball path. Keep your ball placement in your drills consistent. Super cheap. There it is. There it is. All right, good one. See if we can continue to reproduce that shot. I like that one. Okay. Okay. Line was great. A little bit soft, but that's okay. I'd be pretty happy with that if I was in a game and was aiming for that area. Okay. A little too much power, but the way that line was right on where I'm looking for there. All right, 6 more of these. Let's see if I can get them on the dot here. Get up there. Okay. I give myself those because I'm graceful. If it rolls up and off the bullseye there, it would have kept going if that bullseye wasn't there. These bullseyes, by the way, are very thin. If it's rolling slow enough when it gets to the edge, it will roll off. There's also I'll show you real quick. There's also a full version of this that you would put out if you were, aiming for the center of the table. So again, I'll throw some links in the description for this stuff. Bullseyebilliards.com. It's got some great stuff. Jeremiah over there does a really nice job, and he's got a great channel as well that you should be following and checking out his QD Experts podcast. So highly recommended. There we go. Okay. Not too mad at that. I've got to do one quick record flip. I do like records, downside to records. It's manual. It doesn't take that long. So, right back over. All right, just a few more shots to go. Got 4 more left. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get these last 4 to cooperate. It was a little bit firm on the low end. Again, I'd be pretty happy in a game if I'm in that area, but for the purposes of the drill, I'm going for perfection here. It's a good line. Good line. All right. 2 more. Okay, good line. Too hard. Last one. I'm superstitious. I always use the 8-ball on my last one. I feel like it mentally gets me used to that being my last ball. So you don't have to do that, obviously, but that's what I always tend to do. All right. So we're going to wrap that up. And you see my statistics there at the end. Obviously, I've got some work to do. The splattering of the balls is fairly consistent, but struggled to get towards the middle of that target. So I'll have to keep working on that. But in the meantime, let's get you back over here. All right, guys, that's a wrap on the first episode here of In the Lab. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Just a reminder, subscribe below. If you liked it, hit the like button. That's going to help also. Also, go find us on Facebook. Hit a follow there. Kurt will be joining me soon to do some match critiques. Those should be pretty entertaining for you. So hopefully you're getting some education out of this. You'll get some entertainment out of that. Reminder, I'll put all the Bullseye Billiards stuff in the description. Make sure you support those guys. He's doing great stuff. Jeremiah does a great podcast for QD Experts. Always has some great instructors on there, so you can learn a lot from watching that. If you've got any drills you want us to try or want to see us do, throw a comment down below, and we will check it out. Otherwise, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.